Thank you for joining this lesson. We're going to handle series and sequences. Number 21. The fifth term of an AP is 16 and the 12th term is 37. Find part 1, the first term and the common difference. So this is the same arithmetic progression, whose fifth term is 16 and the 12th 37. So what you're going to do is to recall the formula which gives us the nth term of an AP. An AP is a series whereby between one term and the other we have a common difference and not a common ratio. Therefore, to get any of the term, we need A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. Therefore, the fifth term, which is 16, is given by A, which is unknown, plus n, which is 5, minus 1, that gives us 4, then multiplied by D. And we have the 12th term, which is 37. Therefore, 37 is given by A plus 12 minus 1, that gives us 11, multiplied by D. Therefore, we have two simultaneous equations, and because they represent the same arithmetic progression, we can solve them simultaneously to get the value of A and that of D. When we consider these values, you discover the coefficient of A is the same for the two equations, so we can eliminate directly. So when we subtract, I can subtract upwards, so that 11D minus 4D gives us 7. Remember, A minus A, that one becomes a 0. A is eliminated. So 37 minus 16, this gives us 21. So this means the value of D, which is the common difference, is going to be 3. And now that the value of D is already obtained, we can substitute in any of the equation so that we may get the value of A plus 4 into the value of D, which is known. Therefore, this will give us 12. And when we subtract 12 from this side, the value of A will be 4. So we have the first term, A, and the common difference, D, as 3. We continue the sum of the first 21 terms. So the sum of a given number of terms is usually given by n out of 2, the curly brackets, 2 times A, then plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. So now we can substitute in this formula. I will use this formula and an alternative formula in the same question. So the sum of 21 terms, going to have 21 out of 2. 2 multiplied by the value of A, which is 4, plus 21 minus 1 multiplied by D, which is 3. So now I'm going to have 21 out of 2 into 8 plus 20 by 3. That gives us 60. So now we're going to have 68 multiplied by 21 out of 2. This gives us 714. So this is the sum of the first 21 terms for the same progression. Alternatively, we can say that the sum of n terms is usually obtained by n out of 2 into A plus L, where L is the last term in that progression. Now, the last term will be the 21st term. So we can use the formula for any of the term to get the 21st term. That is going to give us, the 21st term is given by A, which is 4, plus n minus 1. So 21 minus 1, that gives us 20, multiplied by D, which is 3. So 60 plus 4. The 21st term is 64 in this progression. If the 21st term is 64, this means we can get the sum of n terms by getting n out of 2, 21 over 2, into the first term, which is 4, plus the last term in that progression, the 21st term, 64. So this will give us again 68 multiplied by 21 out of 2, and automatically we will land at 714. So that is the sum of the first 21 terms. Let me proceed to the part B of the same question. We are told that the second, the fourth, and the seventh term of an AP. Part B now is dealing with a different AP, such the second, fourth, and seventh are the first consecutive terms of a GP, geometric progression. If the common difference of the AP is 2, find the common ratio of the GP. So we're going to express the second, the fourth, and the seventh of an AP. Remember, nth term of an AP, nth is A plus n minus 1 into D. That means the second is going to be 2. Okay, the D is given. The common difference is 2. So we're going to have the second term being A plus 2 minus 1. That makes it 1 times a common difference of 2. So 1 times 2 makes it 2. The second term in the GP is the fourth term for the AP. So the fourth is going to be A plus 4 minus 1 times D. So 4 minus 1 makes it a 3. 3 times 2 makes it a 6. And the third term is the seventh. A plus 7 minus 1, 6 times D, which is 2. That makes it a 12. So when we take the second, the fourth, and the seventh for an AP, we are getting consecutive terms in a GP. This means now for the GP, because GP has a common ratio, it means the ratio we get when we divide this second term now, A plus 6, divided by the first term, A plus 2, should be the same as when we take the third term, divide by the second term. So this equation will help us now to get the values of A. So I'm going to have to carry out a cross multiplication whereby A plus 6 will be multiplied by A plus 6. That makes it A squared plus 12A plus 36 equals to, the other side, I got to multiply 2 plus A with 2 plus 12. So I multiply A with everything to get A squared, then A times 12 to get 12A, and I multiply 2 by A to get 2A. So 12A and 2A will give us 14A, then plus 2 by 12, which gives us 24. Yes, now I can group like terms together. A squared and A squared are appearing on both sides. So these ones can cancel. Then I will have 36 minus 24 giving me 12. Sorry for this. Equals to 14A minus 12A giving me 2A. This means the value of A, which is the first term in the AP, is going to be 6. Now, even the arithmetic progression, the first term is 6. It means, because I want the common ratio, I can fix the value of A in these terms now to get the terms. So A plus 2 now is going to be 6 plus 2, giving me 8. 6 plus 6, giving me 12. 6 plus 12, giving me 18. So now this means there is a ratio which will be obtained when I take either 12 out of 8 or 18 out of 12. That will be the common ratio. So when I take 12 out of 8, this gives me 1.5. When I take 18 out of 12, I'm getting the same. Therefore, the common ratio for the GP is going to be 1.5. Then lastly, the sum of the first 8 terms of the GP. The sum of n terms in a GP is usually given by A into R raised to the value of n, then minus 1, divided by the value of R minus 1. This is strictly when the absolute value of R is greater than 1. And our case is so. R is greater than 1. Therefore, I'm going to have now the sum of the first 8 terms. A is the first term, and it is first term for the GP. Remember, the A we got here was first term for the AP. Now we want first term for this GP, which is going to be 8 into R 1.5 raised to, we want the first 8 terms minus 1 divided by 1.5 minus 1. So this is going to be 1.5 minus 1 will be 0.5. So 0.5 we divide by 8. Already that will give us 16. Then now we deal with this part. 1.5 raised to 8. Then we subtract 1. That gives us 24.629. So now when I multiply with 16, this gives 394.06 to 2 decimal places. So this is the sum of the first 8 terms. Thank you for following. Subscribe and share.